Tell them what we're doing. You tell them this time. I always talk.
Yeah, I know. Guys, guess what's happening? So we are going to show you the next character in the Virtubrosos series, and it is Ludwig van Beethoven. Right? That's his full name?
Yes.
Okay, it's just a really long name, honestly. We'll just call him Beethoven. So take a look.
So last time we talked about good old Pete Tchaikovsky and his James Hetfield inspired characterization.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to Ludwig, good old Luddy von Beethoven. And it's same art style that you pretty much use.
Yeah.
So some of this is going to
be redundant. Slightly,
yeah, a little redundant, but for the most part, did you have to do anything to him stylistically that was any different than what you did for Pete?
So for him, like when I looked at obviously Pete's, I was like, how do I make him a teenager? I look at a teenager. That word got lost in my sentence.
It's mashed together.
So I looked at Beethoven and I took, so first of all, he's kind of got this like furrowed brow and like cranky lip, if that makes sense.
So there wasn't a specific person that you kind of drew from him?
So from Beethoven, obviously, I'm looking at Beethoven and I see like, gray scraggly hair, cranky face. And then I thought, what kind of other metal genre, I guess, would be the incorrect thing because metal itself is a genre, but metal style, I guess.
That'd work, yeah. Well, style,
work.
Genre, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's semantics. But anyways, I thought more of for Beethoven that it might be cool to go into like that metal core looking player,
So more of a core guy, okay.
Yeah. So he's got, his little flannel shirt with the sleeves rolled up. He seems like, the kind of guy that's a little bit more like if you saw him in a crowd, you would not be like, oh, this guy's a metal. This guy plays some,
You would think maybe he had a skateboard in his trunk.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Like if you saw him at Vans Warped Tour, you'd just be like, okay, cool,
Okay, gotcha. Now, he's not the guy that always has the water backpack thing, right?
No, yeah, you keep a wide berth from those guys. Yeah, Beethoven looks a lot more friendly, even though he has that cranky face.
Okay.
But that's basically what I gave him was, I pulled that gray scraggly hair, made it a little bit more modern looking, gave him, his cranky lip. He's got a kind of a defined chin, so it kept that. But then I gave him a kind of a metalcore spin.
Give him a little bit of a metalcore spin.
Kind of like that like August Burns Red sort of feel.
Yeah. Now I kind of got a Shaggy from Scooby vibe when I get to looking at him a little bit too.
Yeah, not mad about it. I like it.
Yeah. No, totally no. I dig it. So yeah, what I like is that it looks like it fits enough into the world that we're creating here.
Right.
But then he has enough of his own flavor.
Exactly.
And was there anything about the music that he had created or anything about his sound that influenced this? Or were you just solely going, and then not that there's anything wrong about going solely off of the visual, aesthetics of the artist rendition of this person, but was that the main driver to it, or did you have any influence on as far as knowing some of his music? Did that go into visually creating his scowl or anything like that?
Yeah, because obviously Beethoven is like, whenever you mention him, everybody thinks the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Like that's it, and that's such an intense, deep, almost like breakdown sounding thing. And to me, that's just kind of how that persona fits. That side of the metal persona fits.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of why it wasn't as like sophisticated as like when I looked at Tchaikovsky or when I looked at Mozart or somebody like that. It was a little bit more just kind of like, yeah, it fits. It seems like it's right, which I think is fine. I don't think everything has to be always like super crazy thought out. If you feel something sometimes, I feel like
you just take the vibe, you just take the energy and kind of roll with what.
That's what I was. Yeah.
Initially starts tickling you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so tickled into the scowl.
Tickled into the scowl.
That's-
That'd be cranky too.
That's a very unique song title or a book or something
Band
like
name, Dibs.
that. Yep. So as far as picking his accessories or anything like that, was there anything special about the style of the guitar that spoke to you, or like you had mentioned, the flannel look kind of plays into the core thing? Was the style of guitar, the color of the guitar, the way that he's standing, was that all a part of this? Was it just vibing? Was it calculated?
I mean, it was all kind of a part of it, because with each character, I'm trying to, make them feel a part of the whole, but also give them their own personality. So with the colors of the guitars, you're going to see they're all going to try and be slightly different, but also shaped different.
Yes, because with Pete, you gave him the Explorer style,
Yes.
which is synonymous with James Hetfield.
Right.
And with this core style, you gave him, if I'm remembering correctly, you gave him more of the super strat shape,
Yeah.
which is kind of like what you would traditionally see in, well, the August Burns Red guitar player.
Right.
Plays that guitar. Was it JB that plays the green one?
JB, plays the green guitar.
And forgive me right now because we're not looking at Beethoven.
Mhm.
What color was his guitar for
Green.
this? It's
Yeah.
green. So there you go, perfectly.
100%. And the thing too is, so with Pete, he plays his guitar slightly lower.
Yep.
The height you play your guitar at, I feel like, is a conscious decision all guitar players make. And JB plays it really high, and so Beethoven he's not playing it like really high, but he's got it up a little bit more, and it's a little bit more leveled out. That, to me, that's more synonymous with that style of metal.
In some ways, it can be, and we'll save this more for my music style of talking. But there's some advantages to why you would do that. And so what's interesting is with the James Hetfield character inspiration for Pete, and he has that so that he can really emphasize his right hand playing, and James Hetfield is known for like that rhythm style, and then JB's a little busier on the neck maybe, and so there's interesting little gives and takes on that. I'm kind of what they call the fiddle style too. I like it a little bit higher because I like the better fret access. But anyways, enough of that. So I really absolutely dig the art style on Beethoven, and I immediately picked up on the vibe. So you did a really good job on translating what you had in your head onto what you wanted, onto paper essentially. Well, not necessarily paper, but yeah.
Paper of the digital age.
Yeah, paper of the digital. And I think it works. I think it's great, and all those vibes are laying down, and it helped really give me a lot of ideas. And so when we come talk about the music, that will play into what we're getting ready to see. So stick around. There's some more stuff coming.
You just watched Beethoven. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next time for some more Virtubrosos.